Hi, my name is John Fuller, and I'm the owner of John R. Fuller PC, a personal injury law firm located in Aurora, Colorado. We are located at 2851 South Parker Road in Suite 560, which is Tower 1 of the Pavilion Towers office complex. In today's session, we're going to talk about Medpay. Now, Medpay is a provision that's available on your automobile insurance, which is designed to pay for your initial medical bills, regardless of fault, in the event that you're in an auto accident. Medpay was part of the fallout from our legislature's decision in 2003 to abandon the no-fault provisions that we had for a number of years before that. After the sunsetting of no-fault, many Coloradans found themselves without any ability to pay for medical bills incurred in an accident because now their automobile insurance policies offered no such coverage. Medpay was originally designed to offset the fact that medical treatment facilities were not being paid out of the liability policies in an auto accident until some 2 or 3 years down the road. While that's entirely appropriate under those contracts, it was financially quite perilous for both the entities such as ERs and ambulance companies, as well as for the injured parties who found themselves unable to pay and often subject to collection activities and the sort. At any rate, Medpay was created as a small policy to thwart some of the initial bills that would come from, say, an ambulance or an ER visit. Generally, those policies were issued in either $2,000, $5,000, or potentially $10,000 increments, although some policies in the $25,000 to $50,000 range exist as well. Up until 2009, the downside of Medpay was that while they were available to pay those medical bills as they were being incurred up to the limits of that policy, they also had their hand out to be repaid at the end of the case. So the insulting nature of that was that many times Medpay had paid bills that were priced far above the going rate with no ability to negotiate with those providers. This left many of our clients being asked to repay, for instance, the billed amount of $1,500 on an MRI up to this left many clients in the position of being asked to repay the one price where the liability company had only given them credit for yet another price. This perceived unfairness and inequity led the legislature in 2008 to enact a new law that made effective January 1 of 2009. Medpay became mandatory on all Colorado auto policies, and it also became non-subrogable, and that means that Medpay became mandatory. It was always going to be on your auto policy unless you waived it in writing, and at the end of the case, Medpay now had no right to ask to get paid back. This was a very important change, but it's important that as a consumer you know that Medpay is not only mandatory, but you should never, ever waive Medpay. It's important for the consumer because not only is it good coverage to have on your policy, but it's coverage that the insurance company would just assume that you waive. So make sure, in this day and age where many people purchase their insurance products online and are asked to check various boxes, make sure that you do not waive your Medpay. It's very important. If you have any questions about Medpay or any other insurance issues, feel free to call John Fuller at John R. Fuller PC at 303-597-4500. Or you can visit us on the web at www.personalinjuryco.com.